Hello beautiful people, you're welcome to this tutorial. This is Zainab Magic. In today's tutorial I want to quickly learn how to create this particular simple quote flyer design. Yes, this one, so simple and straightforward. It's not going to take us time at all. Exactly how I achieved this, so that is what I will be teaching us. So let me bring in every resources that I used for this design. So this is number one resources, then I'll import another one. It's just 3 resources that I used. So the shadow, and then the last one, which is my brand logo. Okay, perfect. So now first thing is, let's get our design size. The image size is 1280 by 1280, and that's normal or square size. So what I did was I increased this guy, increased it very well, then I come to crop and then crop this part out of it up to this level here. Then I placed it around this area. Let's see. Yes, so now the next thing I did was I logged it down. I logged the image down. Then I went ahead to my background, then I give it background color. I actually picked my color from the image itself. Sorry, from this image, this orange color around here. So I picked it from there, but this is not how bright it was, so this is the exact color. So the color code is F2849, and I pressed OK. So now the next thing was I hide this cutout part of the image, this particular area here. So I want to hide it so that it doesn't show in my design. So what I did was I increased this shadow, I increased it this way. Then I come to color, I give the shadow the color, the exact color I give the background, so that it blends. Then I duplicated the shadow and bring it to hide the second part, and that's all. So I log them down, come here and log both of them down. So this one I'll bring it to the front, so I reduce the size, and that's it. Alright, so the next thing now is to bring in the text that was used. The text I used here is Montserrat. So now I'll go to my text option, text. So he who build according to every man's advice will have a crooked house. Yes, he who build according to every man's advice will have a crooked. I make sure that my crooked is in capital letter, because that is the keyword in this particular quote that we are creating. And if you look at the image that we use in the background, you can see that the house is somehow, let me bring in the image so we can see what I'm talking about. Like, it doesn't look like a normal architectural house. You can see it looks, let me increase it, looks crooked, actually, like somehow distorted. So that's just the main point in this particular. So when you're creating a design, you should be able to like communicate with your design. So the size of this text will be size 35, so I'm going to place it around here. So the next thing I went to font, I choose Montserrat regular. So the other aspect, the build, the advice and the crooked, I gave them another font entirely by highlighting them like this and gave them Montserrat extra bold. then I make sure I highlighted it, I selected it extra bold, and then the last one extra bold. Right, that was how I was able to achieve that. So I'm going to reduce the font size. Sorry. Okay, so I'm placing it somewhere around here. So the exact size is size 13. So the next thing I did was to duplicate this font, and then I reduced it to size 22 and write Danish proverb. Danish. So the proverb is a Danish proverb. So I will go ahead to font again and give that Danish proverb Montserrat bold. So we are maintaining alignments here, so don't let us forget. So then the next thing is this Z Creative, my logo. I come to color, increase the color. Sorry, I give it black color and just increase it a little bit. So now you can see we have this quote, this semicolon looking so beautiful here. What I did was just duplicated this text and then type in the semicolon. Then I come to size and increase the size. Then I want to font. The font I gave it is Obelix CYR. So that's the exact font that was used there. So I reduced the size. The size I used was 1111. Yes, correctly. Then I rotated it like this a little bit. I rotated the size. Then I brought this one in. I use the position button to move this guy. Then I duplicate and bring it down. Oh, sorry. Use the position button to bring it. So the next thing for us now is to make sure everything is aligned. So before that, there is one more thing. So I come to shape and then I draw a square shape and reduce it like this to a very tiny portion and then very small, and use the position button to bring it downward. So that's what I used to make the line that you are seeing there. So we are still going to align it very well. So I duplicated the text again, reduced the size to size 22 actually. Then I typed in my number 0035955731. So the font is Montserrat regular for it. I use the regular Montserrat, and that's okay. So now we want to make sure that everything on this particular design is aligning exactly the same way it is here. So let's delete this guy and let's align. So I come to my grid lines. I increase the total number of grid lines to 35. So now this one is going to come here. You can see. So we are going to use our position button to move it. So now this one here, I'll come to can bring it a little bit closer. So then this Danish proverb, I'm going to move it somewhere above here also. Okay, let us see. Perfect. Then this icon, I'm going to move it somewhere around here. Then this is where it is, and then this particular one here, will come here and select it and use the position button to move it. So let us see. So this one, now make sure they sit down these grid lines. So that's exactly what I did. Okay, let us see. This Danish proverb, we can still move it down back a little bit. So what we are watching out here for is alignment. So make sure that everything is aligning. So you can still bring this one down too, and then this guy. Yes. Well, I think we have something that is perfect now. So he will build according to every man's advice will have a crooked house. Yes. So, and that is that about that. So we can save as project if it's your first time doing this. So save it as project. So let's still move this one up a little bit up. So the next thing I'll do now is to save our design. So let's compare with the first one that we did. Let's compare if we actually have the same effect. Let us see. Oh yes, there's something we have not put there. We are missing out something. So let us bring this one up. So we are going to move this one down towards this side a little bit. Position. Okay, now so we have to bring in our text. Let's still align this very well. Use the position button for proper alignment. So now there is a text that was included there. So we are going to work on that text. So now let's copy and duplicate the text, and then we write, don't live your life pleasing others. You can't please everyone, no matter how hard you try. Learn to live life on your own time. Okay, don't live your life pleasing others. You can't please everyone, no matter how hard you try. Learn to live life on your own terms. All right, so let's erase this phone number that is there. Okay, perfect. And then sorry, no, we are not existing yet. So I'm going to reduce the size of this one to something very small. So now let's still edit the text and put okay. Oh, sorry, the Danish proverb, I think I mistakenly deleted that. So we're going to. So I'm placing this around this corner, and then let's copy this and then put it the Danish proverb. Font bold. Okay, so we'll move this around there. So remember, we are working on alignment. Let us see. Okay, we are having something. So I still need to align this line that we created. It's not well aligning. So now we'll come here and just bring it down a little bit. Yeah, perfect. So now we have perfect. Yes, so this is now perfect. So we can now delete this one. So we can save as project. I'll be sharing all the resources used in this design with us, so you can practice on your own. There are fun ways to make quote design, so this is one of the fun ways. In the future I'll be learning other fun ways you can make quote design, simple one. So let's save as image. As usual, I always choose ultra and then save to gallery. And then as usual, I love enhancing my design, so go to Snapseed and then enhance this design by bringing it in. So just choose it and use my favorite preset, accentuate this favorite preset of mine. So let us see. Can you see it looks exactly like the one we used in doing the design? You can see now. So you can make something beautiful like this. So you just export this and then you save. When you share this on your status or anywhere, people will just be like, wow, how did you achieve this? This is beautiful. So this is how I achieved this particular code design. So I'm gonna see you in another tutorial. Bye bye.